Hey guys, just to give y'all an update. Yesterday I was involved in a car accident, April the 23rd of 2019. It was Tuesday, and it was between the time or the hours of 6:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. So I was on my way to work. I'd actually just left the church that I was parked at, and I was headed down the main street that I usually go down to get to work and whatnot. But something told me at the last minute to make a turn and go through the parking lot of the grocery store. And again, it was something in my spirit that just had me do it, because when I was driving out, I saw some vehicles kind of positioned up ahead of me, and it almost seemed like they were up to something or trying to set something up. So to try to thwart it on my end, I randomly just made that turn into that parking lot. So I drive through the Kroger's parking lot. I come out the other end of the Kroger's parking lot, which lets you out on the adjacent street. So in the midst of me beginning to go onto the street, there was a vehicle that came out of nowhere, literally, that basically it was unsafe for me to proceed to get onto the street. So I had to get on my brake so that I'd keep from, hitting that vehicle. So in the midst of me doing that, the vehicle behind me ended up rear-ending me. So I'm just going to show you the footage of what happened. The camera position was in the front of my vehicle. I didn't have my rear camera set up at the time, but I have since set it up now since the accident happened. So you'll see basically the front of my vehicle and not the actual accident happened. But if you look and listen closely, you'll be able to hear the impact, and then you can hear me kind of, make a grunting noise after the impact or whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you the footage. I have to cut out a lot of the music on there. I'm going to skim through it kind of quickly. And the reason I'm doing that is because YouTube can use that against me as a copyright infringement. So I'm going to actually have to skim through it in such a manner that the music is not flowing enough to where YouTube can catch it to say it's a copyright infringement. So hopefully that won't be a problem. So let me go ahead and get to it. So I've already set it up to start at the position that I want it to start, so you can kind of see what happened. Hopefully the sound will be good quality for you guys as well. So I believe she was a perp. Maybe she wasn't a perp. Who knows? But it's just a heck of a lot of coincidences. Ever since I've been posting videos of law enforcement, I've noticed that these people are definitely been trying to get at me. I guess they feel like I got some kind of one-up on them. But to me, this is not a game. Messing with someone's life, trying to destroy a person's life, it's not a game to me. So I'm not looking to get one-ups or get over on anybody or anything like that. I'm strictly trying to survive, and I'm strictly trying to gather my evidence and present my evidence so that if there's ever a time that I need to go before a judge for defending myself or for whatever situation that these people try to set up, I can clearly show the courts exactly what's been going on and the trends, and they'll be able to easily connect the dots as to everything that's happening. Okay, so let me go ahead and get on with the footage so that you guys can see. I hit my head really bad on the headrest, so that's why I made that grunting noise, because my head slammed back on my headrest pretty hard, and I was kind of disoriented. That wasn't throw up. I had mouthwash in my mouth.
Are you okay? Oh, man. Are you okay, sir? I'm not sure. Oh, man. That totally caught me off guard. I'm so sorry it caught me off guard, too, because it was clear. And I was like, wait, where'd that car come from? Yeah, I know. I saw it at the last second. Wait a second. No. Are you okay? Are you sure? You scared me. Back in my head is like, it kind of caught me off guard. My heart is beating so fast. I'm so sorry. I think I'll be okay, just like the back of my head, like it's just... I'm sorry, I really am. I'm so
sorry for the reflection. I kind of had my camera down, so it got dark.
Do you have insurance? Yeah, I do. My heart is beating 90. I mean, I didn't do any damage to good thing. If you look at both of our cars. Yeah. So, I mean, there's no damage. I'll make you a deal. What's that? I'll make you a deal. What kind of deal? No insurance plan? I can give you $60 for it. I'm being honest. I mean, I know I hit you and I'm really sorry. You did.
like there might be other damage. I mean, just because you don't see physical damage, there might be other damage on there. I think it's best to just exchange insurance information because I would need to get it checked. I mean, you could have knocked off the alignment. I mean, there are other factors involved. I mean, it wasn't my fault, but I was stopping and trying to.
I know, and like I said, I didn't see that you stopped and that car came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Do you think we could exchange?
Yeah, let's go back into the parking lot.
Okay. HWS 6648.
And she was driving a Kia Soul. Kia Souls, kill your soul. I see a lot of those vehicles when I'm being gang stalked on the road. They always make it a point to like cut in front of me, and you know that just kind of sticks out to me. KIA, CIA. All right, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, I hope. Okay, so the music stopped there. Hopefully, it didn't get too much of it. There were so many vehicles that had pulled up out the woodworks after that accident happened. It was like you could tell they were all perps. Because it
She's parked over here. I'm gonna get her information. One way or the other, they try to get you. All right, let's see.
She had the audacity to ask me for insurance. I'm like, you hit me. What do you need my insurance for? Yeah, she seemed very apologetic. You know what I mean? She was very sorry for what happened and whatnot. So, but then again, you know, perps are really good actors, right? Some of them can be really good actors. I'm just glad that it happened. The audio is kind of low here, I'm sorry. I'm just glad the accident happened this way. Yeah, so I'm glad the accident happened this way instead of me proceeding down the street like I wanted to initially, because again, I felt like it was a setup. They could have been setting me up for a major wreck like a T-bone, you know, but me going through the parking lot, they had to go to plan B or whatever, you know what I mean? Because they usually try to have the bases covered, you know, if he doesn't go this way, then we gotta, you know, what other directions could he go? What are some of the other options? So I'm glad I stuck with my gut and just got that little rear end with no major damage, as opposed to me getting into like a T-bone type of situation. You know what I mean? So all praises and glory be unto the Father in heaven. You know, he looks out for his children. And again, they're kind of butthurt because I'm putting up these videos about law enforcement and catching them red-handed with clear-cut evidence of their harassment. And they don't like that. They don't like, especially when you have a TI who is, I'm not going to say I'm intelligent. You know, I guess I speak well or whatever. I don't think of myself as being intelligent, but I can definitely articulate you know, a situation and explain it to a degree to where people can see and really understand and grasp what I'm trying to portray. You know, she was very apologetic, and I even told her that I forgave her. I said, I forgive you. Accidents happen. You know, no worries. I was just happy that she didn't get hurt. I was happy that I didn't get hurt. You know, it could have been a whole lot worse. So again, this was yesterday, April the 23rd, 2019, between the hours of 6:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. I was en route to work. And the crazy thing about it is, when I was leaving out of the parking lot after I finished my business with her, law enforcement was sitting right at the intersection. Got the little bird flying by, giving his 2 cents. You know, so again, I don't hate, you know what I mean? I still try to love people at the same time. But I just put everything in the Father's hands. You know, the scripture says, let vengeance be the Father's. And I try to follow what Jesus says, you know, as far as like trying to love people. So I still hugged her and stuff and shook her hand. You know, I know I made my Father proud. I know Jesus is proud of me too.
So I got her information. Hopefully there's not internal damage to my vehicle. Yeah, I had a sense that something was gonna go down. I had this sense, so something told me to kind of turn. And I think either way that accident would have happened. Because, you know, like I said, these people like to follow you around. And, you know, I don't believe the accident was a coincidence. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just glad that nobody got hurt. My head does hurt, like in the back a little bit. It was totally unexpected. That car literally came out of nowhere, so I had to kind of like brake at the last second. But yeah, it's pretty bad. So I guess I'll continue to leave this footage rolling until I get to work. Red. 518. Let's roll. Yeah, because when she hit my car, she hit it hard enough for it to move. Like, even with my foot on the brake, you know, she hit my car hard enough for it to kind of move. So I definitely need to make sure that hopefully my trunk will open. Praises and glory be unto the Father in heaven. I just appreciated that she didn't get hurt, and I'm glad that I didn't get hurt. And you know, it could have been worse, but it wasn't. So I'm just trying to get to work now. I was on track with everything. I'm glad I left kind of early. But I'm always having to record even when I drive, so I always say, you know, when you're targeted, it's imperative to always have recording devices on you. You know, that's the new life that you live when you're under this kind of when you're under these type of circumstances.
even tried to open my trunk. My trunk might not be able to open, you know what I mean? So, in the back of my head is still kind of like hurting a little bit. Because when she hit me, you know, obviously when you get hit from behind, you're thrown forward and then you slam back on your, you know, your headrest.
Provided that you have your seatbelt on.
When you're getting good evidence on them and, you know, they feel like you got a one-up. When they feel like you got a one-up on them, they got to do something about that. They can't let you make it, right? But see, I don't look at it as like a one-up. I don't look at this as like a game. Playing with a person's life and trying to destroy their life is not a game to me, but these people look at it as some sort of game. You know, I take this very seriously. That's why I try to document really well and put out the best evidence I can, and hopefully that can pose as a blueprint for other TIs to put up good videos as well. You know, I still see TIs that put up these 10-second videos that doesn't really show anything, you know. So it's just really important for TIs to really speak intelligently and articulate what exactly is going on in the footage that they're displaying. Anybody that doesn't know about this gang stalking or this program or whatever you want to call it, anybody who doesn't know about it, if they see it for the first time, you want them to be able to connect the dots immediately and see that something's not right with that picture. So that's the way that you should portray your evidence. All right, about to make a right turn off of the street that's I'll still be on time. I'll probably get there right at 7 or maybe just a few minutes before 7. Man, I'm glad that I made that turn into that parking lot because I'm pretty sure that accident. And then if you noticed, not too long after I started driving, after I got her information, I saw a cop right there at the intersection. So who knows, had I kept straight at that intersection, man, it could have been worse. You know what I mean? They probably could have set up like a major T-bone or something like that. My spirit told me to make that turn in that parking lot and drive through that Kroger's parking lot. I swear that was the Father because I knew when I felt in my heart, because today I didn't get no really disturbances or anything like that. It was just a really nice day. I feel really rested and, you know, and I'm just grateful that
Sorry for the flopping.
I stuck with what my spirit was telling me, what the Holy Spirit was telling me, was just to turn up in there. Like at the last second, I did that. So it's important to make moves like that. You know, don't always go with the same routine. Go different ways. That lets you know right there that these people aren't God. You know, you decide what happens to you in a lot of these situations. You just use your mind and just use your connection to God, and He will guide you. You know, and steer you clear out of harm's way. You know what I mean? So, again, when these people feel like you have a one-up on them, it is not, you know, they don't like that. They definitely got to do something about it. So, I guess that was them trying to do something. But as the word says in Scripture, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, right? So, the weapon formed against me, but it did not prosper. I'm still rolling. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm not seriously injured. Not that I can tell anyways, but, you know, I feel like I'll be all right. I know they're expecting me at work to come to pull up with a vehicle that's all mangled and possibly to even call in. But nope, the Father made a way for me to make it through. So this should be a sheer example of the power of God and His workings and the authority that He has. You know what I mean? He is a wonderful and awesome God. Alright, so I'm just now pulling in.